Ever dreamt of being chased by a giant menacing dollar sign while you run for your life? Well, if you're a student loan borrower, that nightmare might sound familiar. You see, it's like playing a never-ending game of tag with debt. Just when you think you're safe, it reaches out its cold, clammy fingers and tags you it again. And then there's the constant worry about repayment. It's like having a pet monster that eats nothing but your peace of mind for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But fear not, dear borrowers. There's a new superhero in town, and it's called student loan forgiveness. Breaking news, folks. The Biden administration has waved its magic wand, eliminating a whopping $127 billion in federal student loan debt. Yes, you heard that right. That's a 12 followed by 10 zeros. Poof, vanished into thin air. This monumental act of financial wizardry has benefited an impressive 3.6 million borrowers, giving them a sigh of relief. This was made possible through various government relief programs. These programs, which were once like navigating through a maze, have now been streamlined and made more accessible. The four largest programs in the limelight include the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, the Income-Driven Payment Plans, the Borrower Defense to Repayment Provision, and the Closed School Discharge Program. These programs have been a lifeline to borrowers who have worked in public service, made qualifying payments, attended defunct for-profit colleges, or had their schools defraud them. They've been like a knight in shining armor, saving the day for these borrowers. But remember, every magic trick has a secret, and in this case, it's our good old taxpayers who are the unsung heroes. They are the ones funding the debt relief, as the Education Department is the largest lender for higher education loans. So if you've been in public service, made qualifying payments, or been defrauded by a defunct for-profit college, it's time to pop the champagne. But wait, before you start celebrating, let's dive into the fine print. Student loan forgiveness sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But like any dream, you need to qualify to make it a reality. The four largest programs include the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, the Income-Driven Payment Plans, the Borrower Defense to Repayment Provision, and the Closed School Discharge Program. These programs are designed for borrowers who have worked in public service, made qualifying payments, attended defunct for-profit colleges, or had their schools defraud them. However, the path to forgiveness isn't always straight. In fact, it's a bit like navigating a hedge maze. There's been some controversy, with a few lawsuits challenging the pause on federal student loan payments. The Supreme Court is currently reviewing the program, with a decision expected by June. This has caused a bit of a delay in the restart of payments, which will only resume 60 days after the litigation is resolved. And remember, the Student Loan Forgiveness Program isn't a magic wand that makes all your student debt disappear. There are potential drawbacks. For instance, the relief is ultimately funded by taxpayers. That means we all have a stake in this. Also, not all loans or borrowers will qualify for forgiveness. Some may need to take action by a certain deadline to benefit from temporary waivers. And let's not forget about the potential tax implications. Yes, even superheroes have to pay taxes. So, as with any superhero, student loan forgiveness comes with its own set of challenges and ambiguities. Now let's gaze into our crystal ball and see what the future holds for student loan forgiveness. The future is looking bright, my friends. There are potential changes afoot that could make this already transformative program even better. Imagine a world where eligibility for student loan forgiveness is expanded, the criteria are simplified, and monthly debt burdens are reduced. It's like a dream come true, right? But hold on to your hats because there's more. The Supreme Court is currently reviewing the program, and their ruling could have a significant impact. It's like waiting for your final exam results, but on a national scale. And let's not forget about the potential for reduced monthly debt burdens. Picture this. Your payments could be capped at just 5% of your discretionary income, and after a decade of repayment, the rest of your balance could be forgiven. It's like the financial equivalent of a home run in the bottom of the ninth. Court rulings and policy changes aside, one thing is for certain. The Student Loan Forgiveness Program is here to stay, and it's already changing lives. So, while the future of student loan forgiveness may be as unpredictable as your college roommate, one thing's for sure, it's a game changer for millions of borrowers. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, let's recap. Firstly, the Biden administration has successfully wiped out a whopping $127 billion in federal student loan debt for 3.6 million borrowers. This has been achieved through various government relief programs that, in the past, were somewhat troublesome to navigate. Secondly, we've seen a significant shift in the administration of loans. 2 million federal student loan borrowers had their loans transferred from FedLoan to the Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority. Now, this wasn't some sneaky trick. It didn't impact the existing terms, conditions, or interest rates. Thirdly, there's been a pause on student loan payments due to the pandemic, with the restart date hanging on the Supreme Court's ruling. This pause has provided a financial breather for many, but it's also costing the government a cool $155 billion. Lastly, remember that while the Student Loan Forgiveness Program offers a glimmer of hope, it's still under review and faced with legal challenges. So there's a level of uncertainty as we wait for the Supreme Court's decision. As the saying goes, the only certainties in life are death, taxes, and student loan repayment. But hey, at least now we're making some progress on that last one.